So in this lesson, we are going to find out how to build our portfolio parent and children's folders structure. So until now, we have learned that every pattern has got an unique reference, the SKU number. And this SKU uniqueness applies also to each colorway that we can create for any design, as each colorway counts as one pattern in our portfolio. But we have a small issue here, because we cannot forget that our main portfolio structure has to be a correlated sequence of SKU numbers. And it happens that sometimes we can create more colorways for a design and sometimes we can create less. So we need to find a coherent way to integrate all those variations in our folder structure, regardless of the fluctuation of the number of colorways that we can create for each design. So how do we do it? The solution here starts by setting up a structure using main or parent folders with SKU codes correlatively in groups of 10, like in the example. And by using subfolders with the numbers from 1 to 9 that belong into those groups of 10 for all the potential colorways, as I show you here in the presentation. However, it is quite unlikely that we will create them all, as normally we will produce 2 or 3 colorways on average for each pattern, and therefore we would only have 2 or 3 subfolders into the parent one. So the idea here is that the parent folders are the big directories of the subfolders, which allocate the different colorways for one single design. Let me show you how this process works. So, as soon as we start or plan a new design, we immediately create a parent folder which will be assigned with a sequenced SKU reference that has to end in a 10. Let's imagine that our parent folder SKU code is P20030. Once we complete our latest design, it will be placed into that main directory inside a new subfolder. As this design is the first colorway, I will assign it with the SKU number P20031. Let's imagine now that we create another colorway for that design. Then, into the main parent folder, we will have in total 2 subfolders, one for each colorway, and these will be named as P20031 for the first colorway and P20032 for the second colorway. So, as you can see, the parent folder is the directory of the children's folder that will include every colorway and still having a unique SKU number. The following could be an example of the numerical SKU sequence for main folders and subfolders that represent the colorways that we have created for some designs. With this system, at a quick glance, you can see how many different designs and total colorways you have got for each pattern, right? So in this example, we have 5 new designs. But as we consider each colorway as a unique pattern with a unique SKU reference, we have got 11 total patterns in our portfolio that we will need to include properly in our database. As you can see, the main folder sequence remains clean and organized without having any gaps between numbers. Okay, let me repeat this again. The idea is to have an organized sequence of SKU numbers ending in 10s. Obviously, the folder structure needs to be supported by a database that will include the SKU numbers plus all the pattern attributes that we briefly mentioned in the previous lesson. We will dive into that very soon, but first we need to know what has to be included into each children's folder. So come with me into the next lesson.